three-pointer. Brandon Clarke, excellent rebound. John Morant once again. Last two shots. Comes up short for Brandon Clarke right there. Top third on Reddish fakes. Sticking out of his hands from Arabia. Clarke releases down the other end. Layup is good. What a turnaround right there. Block from John Morant. Here comes Morant the other way. Lobs it in. Comes it down.
Those shots are going to fall for Jabari. He's got to keep taking them. Challenges!
Jones just had a 1 of 2 on the line. Brandon Clarke dribbled himself into no man's land. Now he has it back, and he floats one up off the pass. You know that it's coming at some point.
And he has history here.
Yes, he had 29 in this building last year.
They went to TCU, right?
Axe to grind. Wednesday, 32 tonight. Will it stop at 32? That would be the ideal situation because that means the Mavericks coasted on. So he does really have a very unique game. Can shoot from the outside, can handle the ball. Upstairs, he does a lot of that in his 4 years in the league.
Points in a single quarter. The fourth time he's done it in the first quarter. Clarke screens for Tyus. Ronnie. Clarke. Yes.
But the thing is, the Grizz have to be ready for those long shots. Long rebounds. Guard's got to be above. Nice.
Harris. Bain. Clarke. Yes.
Here comes Morant. Grizzlies looking to take the lead. Dish right there. A lot of contact on. Misses that three ball. Clarke, one up high. That's right. Desmond Bain, nice little find. Clarke. Man, I tell you, Memphis dropping it in the bank, back to a three-point game.
And that was probably Mike Brown's easiest coaching decision.
Oh, Clarke rolling hard to the basket. Come back. Brown, one of the trap. Clarke, spin cycle. I tell you, Brandon Clarke, he's a nice player. Haven't even seen Sharon Jackson Jr. yet this season.
And he actually had a great season last year, one of his most healthy.
That's Brandon Clarke.
Team impressive, 56 wins, number 2 in the Western Conference, and 126, lost 15 on the road.
The Grizzlies come in, tonight's game, 3rd in the league. 3-point makes average 15 a game.
Goes right by marketing, underneath the basket. That's Ryan Smith's wife, Ashley. Quick footed in traffic, ball tapped up and in.
Tough sequence there by the Jazz. I thought they had a couple of good looks.
Obama missed it. No one blocked out Brandon Clarke. Ochai 19 minutes, Denver 18 minutes against Memphis in game 1. That was an easy layup. Came off the rim, but no one was a battler. Missed once, twice. What do you think of this young team you're watching tonight?
I love the way that they play, and I love the way that they compete.
Give him a little break.
Second foul on Sexton. Joe, left at the top. It's really the first time they've been at the rim. Pillow. 13 for Sexton.
No look from John.
And the bucket.
With 3 minutes to go. Morant lobs it up for Clarke. Easy finish at the other end. One more into the corner, Conchar. Brandon Clarke 15 feet away, good.
Now and Anthony Simons to get it going offensively.
John with the steal and some room service for Brandon Clarke, who never made it. Coming back the other way in transit.
Finds Richards, and it's rejected by Conchar.
Oh, great.
Look ahead. BC off glass. Holy cow. Great third. Morant. 10th assist. Done their part for the over. Charlotte, however, has been a rough one. Clarke in the popcorn machine. Clarke down the lane, gliding for the rim, and Steve Clifford
looking at themselves in the mirror when they look at each other. Very similar in how they approach the point position.
Brandon Clarke pogo sticks and hits. Starts the second quarter. Jake LaRavia for the first time tonight. Oh, what a pass to Brandon Clarke from Aldama. Holy pass. Bain attacking. Clarke again and the foul.
Force him one way. He only shoots it. He shoots it going right, going left, off the break, fast. Nice drop off again to BC. Clarke showing off.
There's nightmare. Extra long suits.
You can say that again. Oh, nice cut.
Clarke to the rim and in. And the foul. Aldama, 9 to shoot, tries to go up and under. Instead, it's Brandon Clarke. An elbow jumper is in. 6 of 7 shooting.
There's a sense of urgency kicks in again for this Grizzlies team.
Tyus lobs for Clarke.
That's a great
Brooks.
Good D by DB.
The other DB, Desmond Bain, dishes. Clarke floats, banks it in. Brandon.
But he can hurt you on the offensive end.
Coming off his first double-double of the season, too. Clarke spins, flips it up and in.
Should have had one with the all. Tough shooter. A good hustle here by Dillon to get it back. And a good throw ahead to Brandon Clarke for the slam.
Morant lobs for Clarke. Wow, what a tough catch.
Tonight, the way that he has controlled this game.
That's consecutive double-doubles for him. Clarke underneath.
Shot shot. 8 on the shot clock. Inside a minute to play in the quarter. On the shot and an and one. Take the rookie LaRavia into the lane, and Jake LaRavia got the defensive stop. Oh, what a tap behind and a flush by Clarke. What a David Roddy, a rookie from Colorado State. I really like here, number 27, handling now in black. Clarke, little push shot. Put Memphis and the Nuggets. And that time, getting Minnesota back within 6. Clarke hits. He's tried to do a little too much. 6 to shoot here. Morant finds the baseline cut. Clarke who wraps it around. Something looked odd. I wasn't sure if that's what happened.
Very strange in that right corner.
Yep. Even the reaction from some of the players. Clarke springing out for a 2-game road trip after this one tonight. Bryn Forbes taking on the challenge. Morant flips it for Clarke from the dunker spot.
They're younger players, but also scouting a certain type of player that they like. And speaking to one of the assistant coaches over there over in Memphis.
Start this ball game. Aldama comes in. He played great for them. He has gets inside to Clarke. And the hesitation paid off. Minutes ago, 52% shooting so far. Morant has put in 13. Crawls in there, tried the reverse. It's Clarke, and he finishes it off. And off the bench, Clarke. Well at the top. Morant and Bain arguably being... Look at that spin move by Beautiful. Beautiful spin move. 5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Conchar, Clarke, Roddy, Clarke, aims, shoots, 3, bullseye. The young talent they've got. People better get used to it. The split here by John Morant. Walk away, walk feed. The Pelicans, here they host Memphis. Roddy, 3, the rookie, no. Rebound, Clarke up and down. He was quick to the jump.
Curry on Chandler. Rookie sends it into Clarke. The turnaround. Nice soft touch.
This does not look to be an offensive weapon in terms of scoring. More of a setup guy. Clarke, floater, got it.
That is a big defensive back play by Jaren there.
Dillon has a seam down the lane. Scoop, no. Clarke offensive rebound. Grizzlies fourth offensive rebound. Tyus. Conchar.
Nice.
Clarke. Yes!
Subtle thing. block. It's almost like he uses you as a little bit of a launch pad to get up and put it down. Looking a lot like his dad.
Brandon Clarke with a little floater. Led by as many as 31. Steven Adams.
Yes.
Brandon Clarke. Zero defense by
to being efficient.
There have only been 3. Bernie Fryer, Leon Wood, and Haywood Workman.
There's a reason.
Started 4 games, he produced as well as a starter. Off the bench, not so much. Another lob for Clarke, tough catch, and he lays it in. Devontae Graham was in the way. Brandon by lead after 1 quarter. Shot clock down to 6. Kennedy Chandler curls in the lane, off the glass. Tipped by Clarke is in. Brandon Clarke.
Showing his flashes.
Those minutes have been cut back, but he's playing well now.
Morant to Clarke and the foul. John Morant now putting fouls
For the Knicks.
About a 2-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Morant on the drive. Out to Clarke, just perfectly executed. Although Luke
Keeping Robinson away from the rebound.
Jones fakes the handoff, now gives it to LaRavia. The rookie inside to Clarke. Clarke, this barrels into Brunson.
Around the Clarke screen. Aldama penetrating, dump off to Clarke, and an and-one opportunity for the Grizzlies.
Far away.
Yes.
And here they are playing this Memphis Grizzlies team toe-to-toe here, not even shooting the ball well. Brandon Clarke, another and-one opportunity.
Harder than anything you've ever done. Grizzlies another turnover. Brooks going to attack. Brandon Clarke with the dunk. No mistake there. Shot clock down to 4. Morant. And Clarke finishes with 1.9. Traffic. Ball to the floor. Roddy trying to dig it out. Ball still loose. Picked up by Dillon. Brandon Clarke to the rim. And in at the horn.
His body with no arm extension.
Roddy. Pocket pass. Clarke. Jaron tracked him and then got the defensive rebound. Now on the advance. Clarke. Yes. Brandon Clarke.
Isaiah Stewart and Jackson can stay out of foul trouble. That could be an interesting matchup to watch.
Oh, yeah. Clarke inside. Gotta like Brandon Clarke. Very under.
And get yourself rolling now. Play ball.
John Morant in the lane. Double touch dish down deep. Funny. Morant directs traffic. Gets to the lane. Dishes again. Baseline to Clarke. Fires, fills it. Morant, I dribble down the lane, dishes into the corner. Conchar misses. Tap though, up and in. Willie Norwood had that kind of effect on people.
You know what? All those former Pistons, they played together. They were friends.
You get most guys to do that. Hard charge to the basket by Roddy, misses. Clarke follows, knocks it down.
Butler. Intercepted by Aldama. 3-on-2, 4-on-2 if they hurry. Dish. Clarke got it to go and did a great job.
Well, the thing is, they gave us an extra second to the Grizzlies.
Clarke going at Dedmon. Banks it in and the foul. Chandler drives on Adebayo. Size mismatch there. Screen pocket pass to Brandon Clarke for the dunk.
Tillman, he forced Adebayo. That's what he likes to get to for his little pull-up jump shots with a good contest. Yes.
Brandon Clarke finger rolls it in.
Beautiful pass.
Blows up a wild shot. Tillman got a piece of it. Grizzlies back on the counterattack. Chandler, a spin by Clarke, and he breaks it in. Holy cow! The runner, rebound by Jackson. Clarke, yes, and the foul. Shot turned aside. Zaire Williams, great pass to Clarke, who lays it up and in. Welcome back, Zaire Williams. The Thunder, Omoru with the finish. Clarke running the floor against Muscala. Thunder do have a foul to give. Aldama behind the back. Clarke! Third time he's had 5 blocks in the game this season. Clarke goes to the spin and banks it in off the center by Zaire Williams. Trey Mann is back in for the Thunder. Jaron, Brandon Clarke. The Grizzlies.
And then is able to finish with the lay.
Tyus wheels, lobs for Clarke. Oh, what a pretty play. A 2-man game. Blocked by Williams.
stolen back by Morant. There's your triple-double.
Really had taken control of the game. It's a 7-point game.
Tyus running start. Followed in by Clarke. Tyus flash for Clarke.
Lob City here. This team, they compete hard. They continue to play the mark of a Dwayne Casey team.
10-2 run by Detroit. And the Grizzlies counter. 6 at the moment. And the Grizzlies have the first to start the fourth, trying to close this one out. Lob for Clarke and a beautiful finger roll. Off the setup by Tyus. Blocked by Jaren, that's 4. Pitch ahead, Tyus. Has options. Clarke with a floater.
Okay, they're ready to go home. But they just continue to battle.
Block for Clarke. Morant his 11th assist.
After the possession the Pistons needed just to keep pressure on.
Morant has an open driving lane. Dump off. Clarke, yes! Brandon Clarke with Dylan full head of steam. A setback pass to Chandler for 3 off as an air ball. Brandon Clarke, the offensive rebound of the stick back. Steel Street tonight at FedEx Forum. Grizzlies with a 35-29 lead. Kennedy Chandler drop off. Clarke with 2 hands over the top on the initial possession. The 3-point miss is 1 of 3. Dylan against Justin Holiday, loose with the dribble, but it's picked up by Brandon Clarke. He floats it up and in.
And not foul.
Jaren beats Forrest off the bounce. Clarke, floater, yes. Rebound, Jaren is 7. 15.7 boards. Lob for Clarke, and he puts that one in. BC and double.
Come out and start this game in the right way for the Bucks.
High energy guy for them. Morant banking, tipped in by Clarke. He set the screen on Hill. Shot clock down to 4. Clarke working his way into the paint. A turning half hook is in by Brandon. Clarke, he loves shooting at home. He's in this winning streak. They have held all 6 opponents to under 45% shooting. They're holding Milwaukee to 25%. Clarke in the lane, got another one. One of only a handful of players to have multiple triple-doubles this year.
Oh, there it is.
Slides it up, and there it is! A triple-double for John Morant. Spending some time with the Wisconsin Herd, the G League affiliate. Zaire Williams, oh, what a great look to Brandon Clarke.
They basically withstood it. Do not assume Memphis is going to go away, even without Morant, as Clarke doesn't pull up on the step momentarily. Clarke is bouncing, and he doesn't need to even look at the rim right there. Flat-footed. Not just a warm-up shot. Williams shut off nicely on the baseline. And Clarke outside the key.
Make it go. Jackson the rebound. Morant the other behind the back. Takes it up. He's a wizard. Clarke tries to finish and does. That's a
first time that Memphis has ever played on Christmas Day.
Go inside. Clarke with a twirling shot.
For a center is just incredible, and this guy puts up these kind of numbers on a regular basis.
Clarke will fly in off the wing and slam it home. About his dad, the influence he had on him. Weaving through traffic is Jones, finding Williams, shoves it into Clarke, and an easy 2 as he shot puts it in.
They're going to go deeper into their bench. Guys are going to get some opportunity, and look, if this is your opportunity, you got to maximize it.
Morant attacks Biyombo, and again the tip. Jackson off the fake. Suns fans wanted a travel. Instead, it's Clarke with another. Conchar back to Clarke. He'll pull up mid-range and hit it. Wilt, Bill Russell, and Larry Bird, the only guys that have pulled that off. Lob and another assist from Morant.
I've seen the work that you put in. You deserve this.
Clarke. One of you can go home again. Brandon Clarke. Under 5 to go. Memphis on the run. Clarke. Another end.
have Lamb and James out there, and Jerome out there, the two-way guys. This Clarke jump shot is good. Brandon Clarke, he throws it away. He's been in foul trouble all night. Morant slices inside, flips it up high. Arthur Clarke on the tip and the one-handed off the glass. Clarke, short shot is good.
He's got it.
John drives inside the Clarke, gathers, and able to back it home with the left hand.
Aldama with a pump fake, drives on a Kogi. Clarke, 5 to shoot. Tyus wants it on the weak side. Brandon goes up and in. Clarke screens. Tyus finds Brandon, who hits.
Warriors on Christmas Day.
Brooks curls foul line. Finger roll, no. Tip by Clarke is in. Brandon Clarke. It's in. Gives it now to Bane. Morant stays on the bench for now. Clarke gets through and lays it up. And the Grizzlies look to have a sure two, but it's a 3 by Trey Murphy on his first shot of the game. Dillon, Clarke, and Dillon Brooks again being a playmaker. Daniels for 3. Rebound Tyus Jones. Grizzlies, Clarke banks it in.
I say sell out.
Just doubled in the corner. And it's raked away by Brandon Clarke. Tyus Jones. Tyus, watch BC! Grizzlies trying to work a side pick and roll. A Dillon corner 3, rimming no. Clarke offensive rebound. Put back is in.
It was Zach Randolph, Mike Conley. Much different look to this team now. Clarke got the roll. Quarter with back-to-back threes. Indianapolis native Jake LaRavia is in. And Clarke, that's his money shot.
That's long.
Pacers were 9 of 24 in the first quarter. They're 6 of 24 in the second. And Clarke. Trevelin Queen is off the bench. A two-way player, played in 2 games earlier this year. Clarke. Good pass from Tyus.
Final 40 seconds of the quarter. Jones trying to lob it. Clarke on a catch and finish. Performance, and certainly Phoenix is doing that. And expect Memphis to pick it up here in the second quarter. Brandon Clarke, boy, showing the footwork. My goodness. On the playoff team. It's just an unusual situation. A starter on the team last year. Beautiful ball. Pass cut. A lot of basketball left, and you know you just got to keep playing. Brandon Clarke dipped a little bit after that, but he's starting to put his stroke together, and that is a scary sight for NBA defenses. Adidas, Grant Hill, Dennis Scott, rest of our TNT crew from downtown Memphis. Brandon Clarke. Aldama and open Brooks. He's had the hot hand, not that time. With a foul, and the Grizzlies have the lead from 10. Grizzlies dodging multiple three-point bullets.
Yes.
Bane over the top for Clarke. Timeout, Cleveland.
If he wants to take a step back 3 with a contest, the Grizzlies live with that. Nice move.
Clarke down the lane. Yes, and the foul with the finger roll, and the Grizzlies back.
Grizzlies shooting just 33% from the field. Bane tried to jam it in there. Came right back to him. Brandon Clarke on the foul. Lakers back within 2. Bane starting to get aggressive. Gets inside. Brandon Clarke. No look pass. Deflected and stolen. Third turnover for LA. Bane nearly turns it over. Drives inside behind the back. And Clarke with the slam. Playing the point. Morant playing off the ball. Christie, the rookie, tough assignment. Alley-oop, but Clarke throws it down. Aldama, move inside, wouldn't go. Off his head. Right back to Clarke. Clarke flips it up and in. Lakers in scoring.
And he's got to be a willing passer, meaning LeBron. They're playing 1.5, 2 guys on him. He's got to share the basketball, which he did on that play. Right. To live with somebody else taking an open shot.
Yep. Desmond Bane inside to Clarke. Clarke backs it home.
Tyus Jones. Man, I'm telling you, he is so good. He's so clutch, too, in the fourth quarter against the Lakers. Floater by Brandon Clarke, who went by Sharich. Brandon Clarke drops the shoulder into Jock.
That's the only shot he wants.
This season, you as well were traded here. And you were traded for a very popular player. Jay Will left here when you came. Can you kind of...
When we were playing, but I mean, it looks in great shape. Doug was always the stretching guy. He always tell us stretch and do all that stuff. So
he was ahead of the game a little bit. Conchar moves on to Jackson. The double team comes on the bounce. Good verticality, but Clarke there to clean it up. Jumper.
We welcome all of you who have watched that thriller between the Sixers and the Nets. Make for a fun second half of the season. Another turnover. That's 13 first half turnovers. Clarke able to finish in transition. Nice look, Morant to Clarke for the tough finish. Fourth on that list. Jackson also averaging 3.5 blocks per as Clarke gets up. Now with 16. An 11-3 Warriors run over the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Morant lobs it up to Clarke.
With that, right. But you've got an advantage on DiVincenzo in the post, and you're using your off arm. That's where he runs into issues.
Great hit.
Was body to body with him. And just getting that little sliver of space. It's all he needs.
Morant lob. Clarke finish again to the backboard for John. 10 seconds to go. Morant, the crossover, the dish, and Clarke, the flush to tie.
Approaching the midway mark of this first quarter. Morant leaves it for Clarke. Here's Dylan Brooks. Brooks hooks it up off Clarke there to finish. Here. Morant behind the back. Behind the back. Clarke. Score. Henderson has a season-high 23 points tonight, Clarke scores.
Just cannot get into the act. Everybody else is getting into the assist column. I'm going to as well.
When did the nice job to not pick up the early foul.
Indiana struggled against teams with winning records, only 4-13. Clarke with the finish. That's 4-13 on the road. Jackson stripped cleanly by Clarke. Well played by Brandon Clarke. Morant attacking, finds Clarke, yes, in the foul. Banks that too hard. Morant snatches his 8th rebound of the game. Triple-double again in play. He had one. Lob for Clarke. Playing a Rick Carlisle team, be prepared for zone. Clarke in the middle of that zone.
Great find. Signing of Turner. Nice little 1-2 there.
Clarke again in the middle. Good again, BC. And the rebound to Morant. He's collected his 4th rebound. Great run and finish by Brandon Clarke, and a great find.
3-point shot.
The Portland team, they love the 3-ball. Why not? Lob for Clarke. Another assist for Morant. That's Zaire Williams. Great dump down. Clarke short and puts it back up and in.
Players have spoken well. And this will be an interesting story to develop in the way that this team reacts to it throughout the rest. In there by Morant. What a throw indeed inside and caught by Clarke.
Absolutely. Both teams are great defensively.
Young have length. Clarke inside on the doorstep over Allen, which is all that they've gone on since that 5:48 mark of the third kind of solidifies that. Jones gets it off to Clarke, and Clarke on the move in the paint.
This season continues to unwind. Rubio is going to be so good with this second unit.
Bank not open. Clarke the rebound.
Bain, speed dribble, Clarke. Well, we talked about Toronto's dribble penetration
the entire way with the ball on the floor.
Malachi Flynn is in. Clarke, pogo sticks, hits.
But the Grizzlies should stay that same mindset of keeping the pace up in this game.
Bain, got by Levine, drop off Clarke, yes. Grizzlies, Kobe White had it stripped. Grizzlies looking to run. They've got numbers forward. Lob for Clarke, and he finishes. A little bit of a drill through 3 quarters. Jackson cutting Clarke. Blocked from behind by DeSumo. Loose ball, Clarke. Drummond was not able to. Junior would say it's banging. Dillon down the lane, scoops. No, tipped in by Clarke. Double-double, 10 points, and that was his 12th rebound of the game. Bullet pass, Clarke, yes, and the foul! 7, his first 3-point make of the game.
Special play, nice foul.
Clarke to the rim, and the foul! Game having himself a career year shooting the basketball. Minnesota lead is 3. Clarke, yes, and another foul! Rivers closed out on him. Edwards gambled on the steal. Jaren loses it in traffic, gets it back, finds Clarke, who lays it up and lays it in. 4 gone by, second quarter. Jaren working the baseline, flips it up. No, and there's Clarke to power it through. Clarke, 2-man game with Bain. The give back, and BC hits.
That is the play.
Bain against Rivers, 8 to shoot. Clarke got the step on Gobert, and the foul!
It's just now the Grizzlies can make some people mad, right?
Yeah, they've got special chemistry. They'll score on you and tell you about it.
And they
Lost his mom several years ago. Here's Bain off the stagger. Nice dive inside, and Clarke rocks one. Clobbered Derek White with a screen, a legal screen. Clarke coming down Main Street, got it off glass. Oh, a little bit of sauce. Aldama back out top, 7 on the shot clock. Clarke with a great screen. Little pick and roll game worked out. Hauser, a little bit strong. Aldama, and it bounced out to Kennard. Quick hit ahead. Clarke with a crash, and the finish. Wow! For the Celtics. Clarke spins, fires, got it. Brandon Clarke back out to Bain off the flare. Little give and go. Aldama inside for Clarke. Nice bounce back. Their lead is.
Grizzlies coming off the Sunday afternoon loss to Boston. Crashes into Brandon Clarke, lost the ball. Morant full head of steam, gonna take it to the rack. Bank, no. Clarke offensive rebound, and he finishes.
What they're able to make it.
Aldama against Fontecchio. Off balance. Clarke, oh my! A spirited. Morant got by Clarkson. Went glass, oh, Clarke follows it in. Brandon Clarke.
And collected by Jackson. Time in the clock and work for the final shot, but they'll go quickly in there, and Clarke cutting and finding the deuce.
One thing that Terrell Jenkins wants to see, Jaren, good job here, good kick out.
Tyus. Clarke volleys it up in hand. Grizzlies, now their defense has really picked up as the season has worn on. Dillon off balance. Clarke offensive rebound, back up and in. Brandon Clarke.
Pains of a young player in the association. Good nights, bad nights, but one is rotation minutes.
Clarke tips in the miss. Phoenix and the Clippers are all not done playing Denver this year. Brandon Clarke, yes. And the Clippers.
Game tied at 44. Extremely competitive half. A lot of jam, and that's why Brandon Clarke is always amongst 16 3, 4 threes.
Yeah, Morant just got off, and there goes Clarke leaping in the air.